Ancient Greek culture. The cultural and intellectual heritage of ancient Greece is a rich mosaic of philosophy, literature, science, and arts, shaping the contours of modern Western civilization. From Plato's deep philosophical explorations to awe-inspiring architectural achievements, Greek influence has resonated across centuries, leaving a lasting impact on the course of human history. Philosophy. Ancient Greek philosophy stood out from earlier civilizations by focusing more on cause-and-effect relationships and logical reasoning, rather than the mythological or religious explanations common in Egyptian and Babylonian cultures. This approach had a significant impact on medieval Muslim philosophers and Islamic scholars. It also contributed greatly to key movements in Europe, such as the Renaissance, the Enlightenment, and the development of modern secular sciences. The early Greek philosophers, such as Anaximander and Anaximenes, were known for their efforts to explain the world naturally and logically. Later, Socrates developed philosophy as a tool for gaining wisdom in life. He believed in the value of knowledge, achieved through intellectual dialogue and questioning, which helped reveal contradictions and define concepts clearly. His approach aimed to understand concepts like goodness, beauty, and truth, with a strong focus on ethical values for moral behavior. Although Socrates didn't leave any written works, he successfully passed on his ideas through students like Plato. In his work, Plato tried to separate the world of ideas from the physical world. He is known as the pioneer of philosophical written dialogues and dialectical methods. The questions he raised became the foundation for various theoretical and practical areas of philosophy. Plato's student, Aristotle, also wrote extensively on a range of topics, including philosophy, science, politics, and ethics. He developed a comprehensive system of Western philosophy that combined logic, metaphysics, philosophy, and ethics. Aristotle's works introduced key concepts in biology, zoology, and the natural sciences. His influence on Western thought was immense, affecting not just philosophy and science, but also theories in education and politics. Aristotle's methodical approach to knowledge, emphasizing empirical observation and logic, established him as one of the most important figures in the history of Western thought. During the Hellenistic period, philosophers like Antisthenes, Zeno of Citium, and Plotinus emerged, founding schools such as Cynicism, Stoicism, and Neoplatonism. These schools reflected the era's diversity and intellectual richness. Cynicism emphasized simplicity and rejected societal norms and materialism. Stoicism focused on self-control to overcome destructive emotions and achieve inner peace, and Neoplatonism developed Platonic ideas, concentrating on spiritual experiences and the relationship between the ideal and the real world. These rich philosophical traditions highlighted the importance of logical thinking and empirical research, laying the groundwork for modern scientific and philosophical inquiries. The legacy of Greek philosophy, through various schools and individual works, continues to shape contemporary thought and culture. Ancient Greek literature. Homer is traditionally regarded as one of the earliest and most renowned poets of ancient Greece. He is famous for creating epic poems such as the Iliad and the Odyssey. The Iliad narrates the story of the Trojan War, while the Odyssey follows the adventures of Odysseus, the king of Ithaca, as he makes his way home after the war. These poems are considered fundamental to ancient Greek literature, distinguished by their unique narrative techniques and laying the foundations for Western literature. During that time, Greece had a tradition of oral literature, meaning works were often not written down but passed down verbally. Archilochus, a poet from the middle of the 7th century BC, is credited as one of the pioneers of written poetry. In ancient Greek literature, two major genres stand out: Greek tragedy and comedy. Greek tragedy grew from earlier forms of poetry, while comedy started to develop around the beginning of the classical period. The genre of comedy gained official recognition in Athens in 486 BC with the first formal comedy competition. A landmark in Greek literary history is Aristophanes' The Acharnians, which is the earliest ancient Greek comedy that has survived to this day. Anaximander and Anaximenes are often credited as the forerunners of Greek prose. In the classical era, Greek prose reached a level of maturity, evolving into genres such as philosophy, history, rhetoric, and dialogue. This development had a profound impact on later literature, laying the groundwork for future literary explorations and innovations. During the Hellenistic period, Alexandria emerged as a key literary hub, with the Antigonid and Attalid dynasties actively supporting science and literature. The Library of Alexandria embarked on an ambitious project to gather copies of works by all known Greek authors, significantly contributing to the expansion of literature. At this time, the majority of the surviving Hellenistic literature was poetry, known for its intellectual depth and fusion of genres. The practice of enjoying literature also transitioned from public readings to more private settings, with Hellenistic poets increasingly focusing on writing for individual readers rather than large audiences. This shift marked a new phase in the way literature was experienced and appreciated. After Octavian's victory in the Battle of Actium in 31 BC, Rome became a central hub for Greek literature. This era, often referred to as the Long Second Century, spanning from around 80 AD to 230 AD, was a time of notable advancements in Greek prose. During this period, the novel genre emerged, and oratory experienced a revival. The arrival of renowned Greek authors like Strabo and Dionysius of Halicarnassus in Rome further amplified the impact of Greek literature on Roman culture, blending and enriching the literary traditions of both worlds. Music was a vital part of ancient Greek society and closely linked to the Muses, the goddesses of the arts. It was a key element in various social and religious events, including weddings, funerals, and ceremonies. Artistic depictions and remnants of musical scores reveal how deeply music was embedded in their culture. It's thought that music had a prominent place in the daily lives of the ancient Greeks, influencing their everyday activities and celebrations. Math and science. In ancient Greece, mathematics played a crucial role in shaping the foundations of geometry and the concept of formal mathematical proof. Pythagoras, a renowned Greek philosopher and mathematician, is best known for the Pythagorean theorem in geometry. His work greatly advanced the understanding of numbers and mathematical relationships. He is credited with numerous discoveries in both mathematics and philosophy, significantly influencing the way these subjects were taught and understood. Pythagoras' contributions laid a cornerstone for the development of mathematical thought in the Western world. Euclid, often referred to as the father of geometry, is best known for his work Elements. In this groundbreaking book, he comprehensively summarized the geometric knowledge of his time. Elements systematically presents the principles and statements of geometry, including the fundamental concepts of what we now know as Euclidean geometry. Euclid's work didn't just stop at geometry, it also included studies on number theory and other mathematical concepts, providing a foundational text that has been used in mathematical education for centuries. His contributions have profoundly influenced the way geometry and mathematics are understood and taught. In ancient Greece, astronomy was considered a branch of mathematics. Pioneers like Eudoxus of Cnidus and Callippus of Cyzicus were among the first to develop geometric, three-dimensional models of planetary motion. Heraclides Ponticus introduced the revolutionary idea that Earth rotates around its own axis. Additionally, Aristarchus of Samos was the first to propose the concept of a heliocentric system, suggesting that the Earth and other planets orbit the Sun. These early Greek astronomers laid the groundwork for our understanding of the universe, combining mathematical precision with observations of the heavens. Their innovative ideas marked significant advancements in the field of astronomy. Archimedes, in his work The Sand Reckoner, attempted a fascinating task: to estimate the number of sand grains that could fit in the universe. To do this, he had to assess the possible size of the universe based on the cosmological model of his time and devise a method to express extremely large numbers. For this purpose, he developed the concept of raising numbers to powers, further expanding the boundaries of mathematics. This work of Archimedes not only showcased his innovative thinking but also his ability to apply mathematical principles to solve complex and abstract problems. Another Greek mathematician, astronomer, and geographer, Eratosthenes, made the first approximate calculation of the Earth's equatorial circumference. He used the lengths of shadows and the angles of the sun's rays to make this groundbreaking estimate. Hipparchus of Nicaea is often considered a founding figure in astronomy. He was the first to introduce the system of geographic coordinates, latitude and longitude. Additionally, using data from solar eclipses, he accurately calculated the distance from the Earth to the Moon and from the Earth to the Sun. Hipparchus is also regarded as a pioneer in trigonometry and possibly the first to create a detailed catalogue of star coordinates. These ancient scientists' work in measuring and understanding the world laid critical foundations for both astronomy and geography. Around 80 BC in Greece, a complex device known as the Antikythera mechanism was created to calculate the movements of planets. This intricate device, resembling a clock with its sophisticated gears, including a differential gear, was discovered in a sunken ship near the island of Antikythera. It's notable for its advanced technology and engineering, which were incredibly sophisticated for its time. The original mechanism is now displayed in the National Archaeological Museum in Athens, showcasing an ancient example of precision engineering and astronomical understanding. In the field of medicine, Hippocrates, often referred to as the father of medicine, founded the Hippocratic school. He revolutionized medicine by separating it from ritualistic practices and philosophy, transforming it into a distinct profession. This shift marked a significant turning point, laying the foundation for modern medical practice and principles. Hippocrates' approach emphasized observation and logic, fundamentally changing how health and illness were understood and treated. Art and religion. The art of ancient Greece had a significant influence on the Roman Empire, as the Romans often drew upon Greek artistic principles. The conquests of Alexander the Great facilitated cultural exchanges between the Greeks, Central Asia, and India. This interaction led to the development of unique art forms, such as Greco-Buddhist art, which even made its way to Japan. This blending of cultures and styles reflects the widespread impact of Greek art and its ability to adapt and merge with different traditions, leaving a lasting legacy that reached far beyond Greece's borders. During the Renaissance period in Europe, there was a renewed interest in the humanistic, aesthetic, and technical standards of Greek art. European artists and thinkers drew inspiration from these ancient Greek ideals. This Greek influence remained prominent in the Western art world well into the 19th century. The classical Greek tradition particularly dominated in sculpture and architecture, significantly shaping the development and evolution of these fields. This era saw a revival of classical themes and techniques, deeply impacting the artistic landscape and leaving a lasting imprint on Western culture. Ancient Greek religion was characterized by polytheism, a belief system with many gods each having different roles and functions. While religious traditions and rituals varied by region, around the 6th century BC, the formation of the pantheon of the 12 Olympians, the chief Greek gods, began. Greek religion was also influenced by the religious customs of their Near Eastern neighbors. During the Hellenistic period, this cultural exchange became more reciprocal, with influences flowing both ways. In ancient Greek religion, animal sacrifice was a central practice, often accompanied by public prayers. This tradition, which included prayers and hymns, reflected the spirituality and cultural richness of ancient Greek society, highlighting the importance of religion in their daily lives. These rituals were more than just religious acts, they were a way for the community to come together, express their beliefs, and connect with the divine. This aspect of ancient Greek life illustrates how deeply intertwined religion was with their culture, influencing everything from social gatherings to artistic expression. In summary, the contributions of the Greeks in various fields not only enriched their era but also laid the groundwork for modern thought and aesthetics. Their innovative spirit in philosophy, literature, science, and art transcended centuries, continually influencing and inspiring generations. The legacy of ancient Greece remains a testament to the endless potential of human creativity and intellectual power.